Hey guys, YouTube 100 here. Alright, now here I am continuing on with these reviews for live action movies based on cartoons. And next up, now here I am with the review for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I know like technically like the Ninja Turtles were actually first like was actually first a comic book. Like yeah, it was originally a comic book, but yeah, people have really like identified the Ninja Turtles over the years as really like cartoons. So I figured that like despite the fact that they were technically like a comic book first, it did make sense to really include the Ninja Turtle movies, the live action ones, into these reviews. So yeah, so yeah, so this is gonna be a review for the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Yeah. So this movie was released in 1990, and over the years, I don't know if I really want to say over the years, but yeah, this movie, like, it does, like, have its fans. Like, there are people that do like this movie. Yeah. But me personally, and I'm gonna get, have a feeling that a lot of people are probably gonna dislike this video. Yeah, but just, I hate this movie. Just yeah, I hate all the Ninja Turtle movies. It's just yeah, my fascination with the Ninja Turtles are really like just the old cartoon, like the cartoon from like the 80s and the 90s, such as like what you see right here. Yeah, and also the video games. And that's really like my fascination with the Ninja Turtles. But yeah, just the movies, I just like I hate all the Ninja Turtle movies, whether it is like these three live action movies or whether it is the animated movies, such as like that TMNT movie from 2007, whatever the case may be. Just yeah, I hate all the Ninja Turtles movies. Like I remember, like I haven't like watched like these live action movies ever since I was a kid. Yeah, like I haven't watched these movies in several years because I just really just I hated them. Yeah, and I saw that TMNT movie from 2007, and yeah, that movie was just absolutely stupid. Yeah, and of course, like now that there's also like the newer Ninja Turtle movies, like the Michael Bay Ninja Turtle movies, and I haven't even watched those because just I don't even want to see them because just after what I just my hatred for the Ninja Turtle movies. Yeah, and knowing that Michael Bay is the one making these new ones, just yeah, I mean, just I don't have faith in Michael Bay to do the Ninja Turtles justice, so I haven't even seen the movies, and I don't want to see them, and I'm probably never going to see them. So yeah, just yeah, as far as like Ninja Turtle movies goes, just yeah, I mean, my fascination with the Ninja Turtle movies definitely has nothing to do with the movies, because I just hate all the Ninja Turtle movies. Yeah, so yeah. So this movie just yeah, like I said, just I am not a fan of this movie at all. I hate this movie and I hate the other two. Yeah, just oh gosh, I mean, what do the people actually see in this movie? Because just oh, this movie is just awful. Like seriously, just the Ninja Turtles just live action, like they're just creepy looking. Just yeah, I remember like when I watched these movies as a kid, like I just like was creeped out by the Ninja Turtles and how they look because they are just so freaking creepy looking in this movie. Yeah, and Splinter is also really freaky looking in this movie. Like he just looks terrible. Yeah, and even April O'Neil in this movie, like just she's not April O'Neil. Like there's no yellow jumpsuit. Her hair doesn't look the same. Just yeah, as I'm watching her, I'm just not seeing April O'Neil here. So yeah, just yeah, this movie just it's awful. I hate it. Just what do people see in this? Yeah. So yeah, the Ninja Turtles cartoon, like I said, like it aired like in the 80s and the 90s. Yeah. And I remember, like, I did watch the cartoon as a kid. Like, it wasn't a cartoon that like I would like watch regularly, but I did watch it as a kid, and I mean, I liked it just fine. I mean, yeah, I mean, I thought that it like served its purpose as a cartoon. Like, it was basically just like the Ninja Turtles just out fighting crime. Like, they were basically like superheroes, and yeah, man, I thought it was just fine. Like, yeah, I mean, you have Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello, and yeah, I mean, they're just out fighting crime, and yeah, and I enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, it was like really like goofy type of stuff, and yeah, and I thought like as a cartoon, like it did do very well. Like his, they were like always like mentored by Splinter, and usually they would be like fighting crime, and usually like one of their allies, whether it's April O'Neil or Splinter or whoever else, would be captured by like Shredder or any other villains, and the Ninja Turtles would have to rescue them from them. So the cartoon was overall pretty simple like that. Yeah, but yeah, just and I guess like they are trying to really like give it the feel of the cartoon in this movie, but it just doesn't work. Like just yeah, I mean just as I'm watching this, just yeah, I mean it's I'm honestly just as I'm watching this, I just felt that it I was just bored throughout it. Like just there was it just really wasn't interesting. Just yeah, this film story like it was just like really boring to be honest. Like all it really is just how Splinter is captured, and like with the help of April O'Neil and like some other characters, then the Ninja Turtles then like eventually do find him and rescue him and everything. Yeah, but just yeah, it's really boring to be honest. Like for most of this movie, like it's really just everybody talking. Whether it's like the turtles talking with Splinter, or they're talking with April O'Neil, or they're talking with other people, and like other characters are just talking. That's really like pretty much like what most of this film really is. So yeah, just what is it people actually do like this movie for? Like there are some people that really do think this movie is a classic. Like what's so classic about it? Like there's like nothing happens. I mean, maybe like here and there you do get like a little bit of like stuff with the turtles in action, but even then, like it's just not really memorable and it's not very entertaining to watch either. So yeah, just I'm really not. So yeah, this film is just like it's just not interesting. It's boring. So yeah, I just really don't understand like why there are some people that do like this. Though I mean, maybe people actually did see it as a kid and they could get into it and they liked it, but just yeah, I mean, but I was a kid and I watched it and I was just creeped out by it. So yeah, I'm just really not seeing like what it is people actually do like about this movie because it is just absolutely boring and yeah, just the creatures are just very creepy to look at and yeah, just ugh. I mean, just I think I was reminded when I just watched this movie why I stayed away from it for so long, and I'm not really particularly looking forward to really watching the sequels either because I did tell you guys that I would also look at like sequels to any of these films, and yeah, so I am going to be also reviewing the second and third film of this series. Yeah, but yeah, just oh gosh, I mean, this movie just it is absolutely terrible. It's boring. It's creepy. There's nothing really interesting about it. So yeah, I just really don't know what else to say about it. Just yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of these movies, and yeah, and I really don't think I will ever be one because just this movie is just ugh. Yeah. So yeah, I don't even know what else I can really say. So I guess I would probably just give this movie like 2 stars out of 4. Yeah, even like the humor that's thrown in here, like just it really isn't funny. Just yeah, you hear like the turtles like saying the goofy stuff that they're known for saying, but just hearing it in live action, just oh, it's just stupid. It's not funny. So yeah, I guess that is another problem with this movie. Yeah, so yeah, just I really don't know what else to say. I mean, this movie just, like I said, I didn't like it as a kid, and I don't like it now, and I don't like any of the Ninja Turtle movies. Just, oh gosh, I mean, yeah, this is just a huge bore, and it's just like creepy to see. All right, so yeah, so I think I'm just like like sounding like a broken record right now because I'm just saying the same stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll just talk about the premise of the movie. All right. So the film does take place in New York City, and it shows like April O'Neil, who is of course a TV reporter, is like reporting like a crime wave that's like just going around the entire city. And then that night, like there's a group of thieves that end up like ambushing April. But then yeah, then it shows that the turtles, who are like just in the dark, they do end up saving her. Yeah. Then it shows how their lair is like hidden in the sewer where like they're looked after by their master Splinter. Yeah, uh, yeah, and yeah, and of course, like just like in the cartoons and stuff, like Splinter is always like giving the turtles advice and just trying to like teach them. and stuff, and then he like advises them just to continue practicing in ninjutsu. Yeah, and then later that night, as Raphael goes up to the surface, it eventually shows like he does run into Casey Jones and like has a fight with him, but then eventually Casey Jones just ends up escaping. Yeah, yeah. Then and like as April is then continue to like a report of the crime wave. As she's starting to investigate it, then she comes to a theory that like it's like the work of the Ninja Foot Clan, who's of course like led by Shredder. Yeah, and it shows that like April is right about it, and so then after Shredder finds out about it, he then like just orders the Foot Clan to silence her. Yeah. Then one night, as April was in the subway station, as she ends up being attacked by a group of some of the Foot Clan members, then Raphael then uh, and comes out and saves April. Then he takes her back to their lair. Yeah. Then after Raphael brought April back to their lair, once it showed that there was a member of the Foot Clan that was actually following him as he brought her back. Yeah. And then when April woke up, then she saw the turtles and Splinter, and she started just to freak out, and rightfully so. Like I said, just they're so creepy looking. Yeah. Yeah, Splinter then introduced himself in the Turtles, and then he actually explained like how they actually did become like mutated. So yeah, so at least like give the movie credit that like it does at least like explain the Turtles and Splinter's origins. I don't know if the cartoon actually did that. Like I said, I didn't really follow the cartoon. Yeah, yeah. And told them that they were once normal animals, but then they were mutated into like anthropomorphic creatures after like with a mysterious chemical called mutagen. Yeah, yeah. And then later on, they ended up escorting the turtles end up escorting April home. But then when they returned to their lair, they found that it was ransacked and Splinter was gone. Yeah. So then they went back to April's apartment to spend the night. But then, yeah, then the following day, uh, as April got a visit from her supervisor and his son Danny, Danny then got a glimpse of the turtles hiding. Yeah, hiding. Yeah. Then and eventually, like after like he just had an argument with his father, he then ran away from home. Yeah. Then eventually, it was revealed that the foot soldiers had actually kidnapped Splinter, and now he was like imprisoned by Shredder and the Foot Clan. Yeah. And after for Shredder informed his followers of like the turtles' threat. Had, then he then just reported his findings to Shredder. Yeah. So then, yeah, then Shredder then sent the Foot Clan over to April's apartment to destroy the turtles. Yeah. Then after like a heated argument between Leonardo and Raphael, then Raphael then just went up to the roof of the apartment, and then foot soldiers then arrived, and there was a fight with Raphael, and they eventually then just beat Raphael so bad that he was almost killed. Yeah. Then after they laid siege to the apartment, then like the Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Donatello then were fighting the foot soldiers, and then eventually then it just led to then eventually like a Casey then arrived and he helped the turtles fight off the foot soldiers, but then eventually the apartment catches fire, and then the turtles, April, and Casey all escaped. Yeah. Yeah. Then eventually, then Danny then just was like feeling guilty about like ratting the turtles out to Shredder. So then he then tried to seek some counsel from Splinter, and then Splinter then eventually then just convinced Danny to run away from the Foot. Yeah. Then the turtles then were able to uh, find shelter in an old farm that belonged to April's family. Yeah, and it showed that like over time, like a Casey and April started to bond, and then they like formed a connection with each other. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then eventually, at one point, then after Raphael recovered, then Leonardo then was able to like see like a vision of Splinter, and he then just joined up with the other three to contact Splinter through astral projection. Yeah. Then Splinter then just gave the turtles another lesson. Then it like convinced the turtles to return back to their lair, and so then they did. And then they found Danny hiding there. And as the turtles were sleeping, Danny then just returned to the hideout and met with Splinter and her. But it also showed how Casey was like followed him there, and he like was dressed as like one of the foot soldiers. Yeah. And yeah, then Splinter then eventually like told Danny the story of like how he actually did learn ninjutsu from his former master, who was a Hamoto Yoshi. Yeah, yeah, and he also explained how like another ninja, Oroku Saki, was like rivaled with Yoshi over the love of another woman named Shen, that ended up like fleeing to New York with Yoshi to avoid any further like conflict with Saki. But yeah, Saki was able to like track them down and kill the both of them. Yeah, and then yeah, then eventually like Shredder then like discovered Danny, and he realized that the turtles then returned, and then Shredder then just ordered Splinter to be killed. So then, but yeah, Casey and Danny were able to free a Splinter, and then they were able to take out like other foot soldiers and Shredder's Lieutenant Tatsu. Yeah, yeah. Then they just were then just explained the situation to the other foot members about Shredder's manipulations. So then yeah, then everybody then just left Shredder, and then as the turtles were battling the other foot soldiers in their lair, they eventually got them to flee. And then yeah, then Shredder then and confronted the turtles on a rooftop, and then a fight broke out between the turtles and Shredder. And then as a Shredder then was about to kill Leonardo, then Splinter then arrived, and then he identified Shredder as Oroku Saki. Yeah, and then yeah, then uh, it was also revealed that Splinter was actually Yoshi's pet rat. Yeah. And then as Shredder then was about to kill Splinter, then and Michelangelo's nunchaku just ended up like throwing him off the roof, and then yeah, he ended up landing in a garbage truck, and then Casey then just crushed uh, Shredder in the truck. Yeah, then the police then arrived to like then just arrest all the remaining foot soldiers, and then yeah, Danny then reunited with his father, and then yeah, it also showed April and Casey kissing, and then the turtles then were celebrating with Splinter, and then they just shouted, of course, "Cowabunga," and that's how it ended. Yeah. So yeah, so like I said, just this movie just it's boring. Just yeah, I mean, as you could probably tell by like just how I was just going over the plot, like most of it is just talking and it's just them sitting around. Like there's just like little to none of the turtles actually in action in this film. Like we do get like parts of it, like when Raphael is fighting Casey and the foot soldiers and Splinter and everything. But even then, like that stuff just seems to be like just it's not interesting and just yeah, I mean, it's just not really fun to watch. So yeah, it's just yeah, just where the turtles should actually like succeed at, just it doesn't work. Like just they don't succeed in it in this film. So yeah, just this movie just is so boring and you know, like I said, just the turtles are just absolutely creepy, and so is Splinter in this film. Just, yeah, I mean, whose idea was it to even make these movies live action in the first place? I mean, did they even think of like how creeped out people would get at seeing like the turtles? Just yeah. I mean, this is an idea that really is like there was a reason why it was a cartoon, and that's the case with like a lot of these movies I'm going to be talking about this month. So yeah, like I said, just yeah, it really is just a boring movie, and it's just I've never liked it, and I really don't think I'm ever gonna like it, and just I really don't see like why this movie does have a fan base. What do people actually see in this film? Because it is just so boring, and it's just creepy. Yeah. So like I said, I give the film 2 stars out of 4. Yeah. So just yeah. So yeah, like I said, just I really don't like see like what people actually see in the movie, and like why do some people call it a classic? What's so classic about it? I mean, is it just because the Ninja Turtles are classic characters? Just yeah, I don't see what people actually like about the movie. Yeah. So as you can tell, like I'm really not a, just yeah, I just really have like just a true amount of hatred for this movie and its sequels as well. Yeah. So I guess this is all I can really say about it. All right. So this is my review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. So I hope you guys enjoy what I had to say about it. Yeah, and like I said, like I will also be talking about the sequels. Like I'm also gonna make reviews for the second and third Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies. Yeah, so those are gonna be my next reviews in these reviews. Yeah, but before I actually do continue on with these live action movies based on cartoons, yeah, of course. Now Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, like it officially comes out tonight. Yeah, so yeah, I am gonna go see a Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll make a video actually giving my thoughts on the movie. So yeah, so tomorrow I'll be talking about Multiverse of Madness, and then I will resume on with these reviews. Yeah, so stay tuned tomorrow for my video giving my thoughts on Multiverse of Madness. All right, so that's gonna be coming tomorrow. Yeah, but thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.